Hello everybody and welcome to your reading. So we have a great reading. I'm not exactly sure what's going to come out in the cards, but I think I sort of get the message of what is going to try to come out. But before we get into all that, I want to be the first to tell you that you're so beautiful and you're so needed in this world, and thank you for being here with me. Thank you for sharing your time and your energy with me, and thank you for hanging out with me, guys. I value you and the divine values you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. So I channeled a song. Literally, I woke up with it. I had to look it up. It's by Everclear. It's called Father of Mine. To give you a gist of the song, it's basically like growing up, in this case without a father, but it can also be growing up without a mother. You know, there might not be a whole lot of songs out there that depict, you know, growing up without a mother, but I can attest, I know what that's like. And so it's basically like, you know, it's led to some sort of issues, the way I take it from the song. Growing up without a parent in the house, it leads to issues, lack of skill, okay? Lack of skills and being in relationships with other people. How to be a parent, parent-child relationships, also relationships with your lovers, your spouses. So, you know, these are the things that we learn. These are skills we learn as a child. And sometimes growing up without a parent in the house, even if the parent is in the house but works a lot, you know, it's just the role model. What is the role model? So that's how I take it. This has a lot to do with, because love usually comes out here and relationships come out here. So this has a lot to do with, I feel, someone not having the skills because they weren't given the skills for whatever reason. You know, just life happens, right? So we're just going to get into the reading and see what wants to come out. If it's love and relationship issues, or if there was a blockage between you and someone, or if somebody picked a toxic situation over you, it might have something to do with, you know, abandonment issues, a child, someone sort of growing up and sort of following that that model, okay, that parenting model or that relationship model of what they saw or didn't see. So I have the decks that I believe that I'm going to need, that I was guided to use, and we're just going to get into it here. So what do I need to see for Aquarius? What do I need to see for Aquarius here? And I'll try to remember to pin the song up in the comments and the link. I try to do that because that way it's just easier to find the song. All right. Well, we do have happy, and loyal heart here, and that's love. That is love. Maybe somebody had to learn some lessons, and maybe someone had to go learn their own skills to be in relationships, no matter what kind of relationships they are. All right. Wow. Go the distance. That's the cheetah. That's been coming out a couple of times. I think Y has came out before anything else. And between worlds. A world that didn't serve to a world that does serve. That's important. Between worlds. But this was the first card, and it's very important. This is something that's going to take flight pretty quick. Pretty quick, especially once somebody pieces together why here. Once somebody figures out why things are happening the way they're happening, or why someone feels the way they feel. Let's say somebody doesn't want to be in a commitment, or somebody always picks toxic relationships, like I was saying. You know, this would be maybe educating oneself, looking in this book. Oh, okay, it might lead back to my role model, okay? My role model. Maybe I had a role model that, you know, had to work and pay the bills. So I just grew up and I just became like a workaholic. I became that person. I went after my bag, and I didn't really know how to juggle relationships. You know, I shouldn't say juggle. That's a bad word. I didn't really know how to, you know, function well in a relationship. Some people just don't have the skills. I know I didn't. I grew up in a very broken home, so I'm not preaching to the choir here. I'm part of it. But this, I feel, is somebody realizes something here, and it just, things take flight. It doesn't take that much time to correct or to learn a skill. All right, once we identify here with this knowledge, asking the question and finding out the answer here, even through some self-help, finding out why a pattern is repeating. And for a lot of us, it goes back to our childhood. And sort of observing that, making peace with it possibly here. It's not personal, right? It's not personal, even though it seems personal. When we get damaged by other people's actions, we feel it's very personal. But when we realize, when we address the cause, and for a lot of us, it just goes back to our childhoods. It goes back to, or trauma, you know. It just goes back to a trauma, why something happens and plays out the way it does. And that can go any kind of way, whether childhood trauma or adult, whatever the trauma could be. Whatever happens, things take off pretty quickly, especially I think once somebody feels like they get the answers that they were looking for with that book and that question mark. So anyway, I'm hearing another song in my head, but I don't know who sings it. Something I can't always seem to find what I'm looking for. I don't know if it's White Snake. I don't know. It's some, either, yeah, Is This Love That I'm Feeling? Who sings that song? Is it White Snake? Or it's like 1989, something like that. The hair boy bands were out. Changes. This card says changes. And we have self-love on the bottom. And here we have divine feminine with the moon and divine masculine with the sun. And we have love between them. And that's what I'm hearing now, that song. Yeah, White Snake. It's White Snake, I believe. Is this love that I'm feeling? Is this love that I've been searching for? So literally, these two songs tie in together. And it's hard because I can only pin one song up here. But I'm pretty sure Is This Love That I'm Feeling by White Snake. It's like from 1989, 1990, 91, something like that. Somebody traces something back to their childhood, growing up without a parent. In a lot of cases, it might be a father, okay? So the skills weren't there. The skills to be a husband weren't there. The skills to be maybe a parent weren't there, a lover. They just weren't there. All right. I'm being guided to pull from this deck here. What wants to come out? But we have changes. And there's love. There's love between a divine feminine and a divine masculine. And we have self-love. So that is both sides of the coin, yin and yang, loving themselves. Being the observer is the key. That is also where the yin and the yang are connected in the soul. Going from a life of not knowing how to do something to a life of abundance and knowing how to do it. Coming out of the dark, because those are dark clouds. Raising the vibrations here. Raising the vibrations. So what we have here is someone's doing a lot of thinking, all right? We have karmic partner, soulmate, and the answer is no, and someone's doing a lot of thinking. Well, a karmic partner is a soulmate, okay? But it's a soulmate that you sign up to learn lessons with. And I think somebody is really taking a good look at why they picked the wrong relationship in life, because it may literally fall back to watching failed relationships from their childhood. Maybe not seeing their parents in a relationship or in a toxic one, or seeing somebody just always in a karmic situation. I mean, it falls back to when you want to know how to do something, you try to, if you don't know how to do it, you try to teach yourself how to do it, right? But when it comes to relationships, a lot of us fall back on what we already know, what we've seen growing up. And sometimes we fall into that trap, especially if we didn't, you know, for like I said, for my own life, if there was divorce, if there was fighting, if, you know, if it was toxic, like my father was an alcoholic, so we had some toxic times, and I was not even always in the house. And it's like that. Somebody's really looking at something here because they've been in a very karmic relationship. It probably started off very good between both of them, but these two people would have drawn in the other person out of a trauma bond, feeling very connected, probably out of that trauma, but then turning very karmic because maybe then a third party got involved, and maybe that relates to a parent. Maybe there was always a parent who was a cheater, and so the child grew up that way. That was normal. You know, that was normal. But there's somebody here sort of taking a look at that, and there's changes. Somebody's looking that this was the wrong way to love. Self-love. Someone's having self-love, and there's changes. And it ties into your energy here. So it could go for you, it could go for someone you're dealing with. All right, what does the tarot want to show here? But somebody now, I think, feels in love, and they're not sure what, you know, I think somebody is realizing they're in love. But what love looked like to them was whatever was in this karmic partner. But the answer is no next to that. Someone's really taking a hard look here. You know, and there's an awakening and a new beginning. We have the Fool card. Excuse me. Yes, the Fool card and Judgment. And this is the trumpet blowing. And this is someone emerging powerful here. And it's this person. Look at this, you know, if that's a fox, it just sort of reminds me of the energy of bursting through fast. This person just gets it and just takes off. It's like once the person who is trying to find these answers, they get it and they just take flight pretty quickly here. And that self-love would be like, hey, I don't got to deal with this karmic BS no more. Just because I saw, you know, I grew up seeing my loved ones go through this, whoever raised me, if I saw my grandparents go through it, I saw my parents go through it, whoever, foster parents, whoever they saw these karmic relationships that they learned from, it's like, no, that's not love. What I'm feeling is love. What I was raised that is love is not. That was karmic. That was toxic. All right. What's the basic issue here for Aquarius? The Chariot. Why things have been on hold. Why things slowed down, came to a standstill. That's Cancer energy. It's major arcana. It's in the reverse. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse, and we have the Strength in reverse. And for some of these people, they learned what love was through their mother because their fathers weren't around. And maybe some of them, they saw their mothers go, you know, because this card, Seven of Wands, there's a beating. This person has a bat. We have the Queen of Cups and Strength reverse. Maybe some of these people have seen their mothers get hurt in relationships. Treated poorly. So whatever role models that they had for men, maybe they didn't have good role models. They saw people that didn't treat their mother well. Now for some, like my mother wasn't in the house. For some people, they didn't see their fathers treated well. And my father was an alcoholic, but he was also treated very poorly by my stepmother. You know, respect is mutual. It goes both ways. What's another aspect here? Happiness. At the end of the day, somebody awakens really big time here. Oh, we got a hidden... We have the King of Cups now, where we had the Queen of Cups reversed. Now we have the King of Cups. We have two people out here who love each other, but aren't together because they're probably off in karmic relationships. At the end of the day, it's about love and happiness, getting together, getting along. You see that? How they're getting along? They're working together. It's not this. You see that? That's a fight. That's why this is in reverse. Somebody grew up with a very dramatic life, and they learned that love was drama. But now they're learning love is not drama. Love is not drama. Love looks like this. Love does not look like this. So karmic relationship is ending. Because someone realizes that I gotta love myself, man. I can't. This ain't love here. I have sacrificed myself too long with that Hangman, Pisces energy, and that judgment that's making that final decision to finally wake up and get out of here, get out of Dodge. That's Pluto energy, which enters into Aquarius in January. But let's not forget, October is going to be pretty significant. It's going to be significant with 2 eclipses. That is judgment. That's also Spirit saying, look, you've sacrificed your happiness far too long. Give me a card for the basic issue, that top row. So somebody was in love and they withdrew their love, they withheld their love from you, or you them. But I don't see any Aquarian energy here yet until the new beginning comes. And someone started loving themselves here. 6 of Wands, reverse. 5 of Wands, reverse. Again, 5 of Wands is reversed twice. Somebody had to literally learn that drama is not love. Somebody had to learn that negative attention is not love. Drama and fighting are negative forms of attention. It's not love. Someone's really dealing with their emotions here. And someone could be drinking. I got the 9 of Cups reverse, and I do have the King of Cups reverse. But it could also be somebody also learned how to do that too, because maybe someone had a parent as an alcoholic and they also became an alcoholic, just literally repeating what they saw. But that's changing here. Someone's letting go of all that. And it might have a lot to do with Aquarius letting go of there, because I do see Aquarius here in the reverse and 4 of Pentacles reverse, but it could be Aquarius letting go of that too. And we have the Sun in reverse, and that is literally not having a father. And maybe some of you none of your whole life with that Ace of Cups reverse. Maybe some of you have never had a father even since your mother was pregnant. They could have just been gone or not around. So whoever was the role model, they just learned how to fight. Drama seemed to be love for this person, and they, however old they are, they're getting it now. They're awakening. Love doesn't look like that. Give me a card here for the root. The root is happiness, sun. Love looks like this sun card here. Two people playing and getting along. Playful banter. Not this fighting. It's basically seeing beyond the lie, beyond the illusion here. This Ace of Swords, it's a lie. It's in the reverse. This landed on the soulmate. Fighting. So this person basically, whoever this resonates for, okay, it can resonate for anybody. You'll just have to know if it's you or if it's someone you dealt with. I don't know. Dealing with, I don't know. At this point, we all may have learned this lesson at some point. We've all been with somebody who was maybe not for our best interest, right? We might have all been abused a little bit here in life by the time life gets done with us anyway. But this is a person who picked a soulmate who was karmic, and it was literally always, just say it, sex and fights, period. That was a relationship. Ace of Wands, Five of Swords. They were hot and they were cold. They were fighting or they were having sex. That was it. There was no love. That's the karmic lesson in love. That there was no love. What's the past energy? And the answer is no. This person says no to this now because they're putting two and two together, and it leads them back to their childhood. And for some, it leads them back to their father, what they learned from their father. Not for everybody. So I don't want nobody hating on me, because like I said, I'm in the opposite boat. I grew up without a mom, and sometimes I grew up without a mom and a dad and lived with my grandparents. So I'm just saying, I'm not a hater of men. I love men. I have a beautiful son, and I've had a beautiful grandfather, and I forgave my father of his alcoholism. Men are beautiful. Nine of Cups, Queen of Discs, reverse. I'm getting a message with this. Hold on. I don't know if it's specific, but it's a message. Because this looks like a young person here. And this is a person who, I'm getting a vibe, this is a young person who is so positive. It's almost as if they're not really aware that the damage has already occurred within them, because this person doesn't realize the damage that's happened to them by not having a role model. They don't realize it until now, when they've been into these toxic relationships. This is just a happy-go-lucky person, young person, a kid growing up, hopeful. Maybe their mom wasn't around a lot because they didn't have both parents, so the mom probably had to work a lot. The mom was the main provider. But in this case, let's just say there was one parent who was the main provider. So let's not bring gender, just one parent who was the provider, and this person was always provided for, right? Because the other parent was always working. This is the vibe I'm getting. I don't even have to clarify it yet. So this kid grew up having everything they needed. They didn't really want for anything, and at that point, I don't think they realized the damage was being done, that they were literally growing up without a skill. I feel this person had all the things they needed. Nine of Cups. They had everything they needed in their world. They didn't have their mom, it looks like, Queen of Discs, because the mom was probably literally, you know, working a job or two, or just working long hours to make that money. This isn't everyone's reading, and I'm not trying to trigger anyone. I understand the topic might be triggering, but this literally came out, so I have to just put it out here. It's for somebody. Somebody needs it. Nine of Cups, please. Nine of Cups. Seven of Pentacles. On the bottom, this lie, Ace of Swords reversed, and the Three of Cups. So, the story here, Ten of Cups is reversed because this Queen of Discs invested in a liar and a cheater. And this Queen of Discs got stuck with that. Now, this Queen of Discs can be mom, a young mom, okay? Because we're in the past now. We're in the past of a person who is either you or someone you're dealing with or will be dealing with. Because we got someone coming in quick, right? Or you going there quick. So we're going way back into the past. We're going back into the childhood. So this is not recent past. And it looks like somebody invested in a cheater and they got stuck in that situation. But they left one day. They left. This child grew up, I feel like, having everything they needed, but they didn't have that family structure. So they had their Nine of Cups, right? They could have their games, their friends, food in the house, nice clothes, shoes. Like they had everything they wanted. But not the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is in reverse, and the Ten of Cups is the happy home, where two people get along. This is the Ten of Cups. They didn't have the Ten of Cups. They had the Nine of Cups. They had everything else. But this is what they had, an unhappy home. Because even if it wasn't literally that their parent was gone, whoever their parent got with, it could have always been a dynamic of drama. So if it wasn't literally having drama with their own mother and father, it was whoever the parent that was left to take care of them in the home. It was their relationships that they were picking that were very dramatic and like fights. So now here this person is in a relationship, a full-blown relationship with a karmic soulmate. And it's the same thing. It's sex, drama, and fights. That's what it is. That is the whole relationship right there. And this person's like, no. Hell no. No. And this is a smart person because they're putting a lot of thought into it here. Might be spending time at the water, at the sea, wherever they're at. They're spending a lot of time thinking about this. What crowns this? What crowns this? Let me push this down. What crowns this? This person didn't know what a healthy relationship was. And they literally started asking themselves the question, why? But I feel like they've gotten answers. I feel like they've read some self-help or got some therapy, whatever. I feel like they've attained some knowledge with that book here. What crowns this? Give me another card. That's a lot here. Literally, abandonment issues. The Five of Disc is a card of abandonment issues. It's a card of being left out in the cold, okay? Ten of Cups reverse. I can relate to abandonment issues. I had them for years. They really screw up your loving and romantic relationships. They screw up your marriage. They screw it all up. And this person has abandonment issues because of that. We have the Hierophant. We have the Four of Swords. You know, for me, somebody's goal is a healthy marriage or to heal something. Okay? They either want to heal something with you, you want to heal something, or they want a healthy marriage. They want a healthy commitment with somebody. That is Taurus energy with the Hierophant. We have the Wheel of Fortune, which is Jupiter energy, and Justice, which is Libra energy. Jupiter is Sagittarius. We have the Devil. It's Capricorn energy, and we have the Eight of Cups. And this is upright, but all of these are reversed. And that's what this person is saying no to. They say, no, I don't want a karmic marriage. I want a healthy marriage. I want a healthy commitment. I don't want a karmic one. I don't want one that's always fighting and arguing. This is the one thing I saw growing up I said I would never do. How did I get in it? Well, they got in it because it started off great. Sex was good. Everything was good. When you're going out, when you're dating, everything is nice. It's easy to be in love when you're going out on dates, but try being in love when life isn't so easy. Try being in love when you got to go to a funeral of someone you love. Try being in love when you can't pay the bills. Try being in love in any negative circumstance. Well, I guess it didn't work out because they didn't have the skills here. And it's not their fault. They weren't given the skills. They were probably given the skills to go out and work, because it definitely looks like a parent went out and made sure they had everything they needed. Like they didn't want for nothing. And like I said, this person didn't even realize the damage was being done until right now, where we're at in the present moment. They're like, man, I got cheated. I want my 9 of Cups. I want my 10 of Cups. Give me a card for what crowns that. Yeah. The Hermit. Virgo energy. This is the thinker. This is the one who sits here and figures it all out. And they don't come out of that seclusion until they figure it out. But it's reversed. And what they have figured out is, I don't want this karmic mess. I don't want to repeat my childhood. I don't want to sacrifice myself. I want to love myself, and I got to change this. We need change. Because I'm turning into my parents here. Now, we started off with the Chariot reverse, right? It's reversed right here. It's in the upright now. It's in the upright. And they're going to take this sword and they're going to start cutting off people left and right. Because they got it. Now that they understand, okay, now that they've asked the question and got the answers, it takes no time at all to get on track. For whoever this is for you, for them, whoever this is for. Because it's about a love relationship. And it looks like it's about feminine and masculine energy, because we do have the sun and the moon here. And someone's saying no to this karmic mess. I don't even want to say relationship. It's a karmic mess. And someone's thinking a lot about Aquarius. To a disc. To a disc. Maybe they're thinking about how they juggled you. Or maybe it's literally thinking, I shouldn't have juggled Aquarius. Or maybe they're thinking, wow, Aquarius was the right healthy choice. I'm being drawn to another deck now. I'll get you in a minute. What's in the near future or the future? This is a process. It came out sideways. So literally, I feel we're going from the Three of Swords to healing things. Three of Swords reversed, but it came out sideways. So for me, it's in a process here. And we have the Five of Cups reversed. So this is somebody who wants to go from being sad, possibly in a split, possibly breaking up from a karmic situation, because it says no. It goes sideways because why? Five of Cups reverse. I don't want to sit here and be in this misery. I still have this other cup here behind me, which can be self-love, but it can also be Aquarius. It can also be Aquarius. Someone realizes they don't have to be stuck anymore. They don't have to be stuck. Very simple. Give me a card for the future here. Yep. Literally. Now we got the Six of Pentacles reversed and the Empress upright. Somebody recognizes who their person is now. The Empress. Somebody changes their view of how they were raised. And not because someone raised them to be this way. This is just what they saw. This is stuff you don't even have to teach a child. This is stuff a child just sees it. They just see it. Knight of Swords. Cheetah. Out of here quick. Maybe a few choice words with that. And then boom, you see them. Maybe very apologetic. We have the Five of Cups here as well. I didn't know what love was. I'm sorry. I thought this was love. But I realized it wasn't. I realized this was toxic. And somebody literally comes back to make things right. Somebody comes back to the Empress. The Empress is a mother. The Empress is a divine counterpart. The Empress is the one who is full of infinite possibilities. The Empress is always abundant. The Empress always has love. Give me a card here. We have Boat on the bottom. Happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. Well, that sounds like this card. Happiness, joyfulness, expansion, enjoying one another. It seems like that right there to me. And literally, then we have a boat. So receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure to issues. If there is some distance between you and this person, maybe that's going to be over with now. Because like I said, this could be you, this could be them. But it does seem like there's a lot of thinking about Aquarius. Because I saw that King of Swords. And I saw that Two of Pentacles. Someone may be coming in to have some playful banter with you. What is the... What's the self position? Princess of Wands reaching out, probably. Prince of Swords. Now I have it here twice. Prince of Swords. Prince of Swords. and the Three of Wands. This person's coming in mighty quick with the swords, with the cheetah, with this expansion, with this Three of Wands, which is expansion. It's also in the future. This is a person coming in once they realize basically why they have been in such terrible karmic situations, or at least one terrible one. What is the environment here? Awakening. I saw awakening, judgment. What is this card? The one to flip out. This was a lack of focus at some point. Maybe you're not expecting it. Ten of Wands. Somebody releases a burden here. Somebody releases a burden. But we have the Ten of Swords on the bottom, and that Ten of Swords there's literally a person standing there looking at those swords in that bag. Let me clarify that. This is the bottom of the deck, though. Tell me about that Ten of Wands. The environment is releasing. We have a Tower. Tell me about that Ten of Swords. Four of Cups. The Devil. That's the karmic or Capricorn. This is Aries, Scorpio. Page of Wands reverse and Five of Cups. Somebody learns about a betrayal here. That's what's in the environment, and I don't believe that's your environment. Somebody has a Tower moment who's in this karmic relationship here. They have a major Tower moment in this relationship. And the Tower moment is happening because of a betrayal from the karmic that they're with. What is the hope and the fear? What is the hope and the fear? Awakening here. Someone's got a choice to make. We have Two of Swords. We have the awakening, judgment. We have the Death reverse. That's in the hope and the fear. That's major arcana. That is Scorpio. That's Pluto. This is also Scorpio. So strong Scorpio. These two cards are Scorpio. But it's a transformation, and it's a major transformation. When you have death and judgment together, this is a major transformation. It's a major awakening. So we have an ending, but it starts to transform a person, and I don't think that that's what's complete, but we'll see. It might still be happening. High Priestess reverse. Literally, something gets exposed and comes out. It may not be out yet because here judgment is reversed, but something comes out. This is what's in the environment. Someone goes through a major betrayal. It causes them, forces the person to have a Tower moment. This betrayal, this bad news that they find out because of this karmic, because the Devil is here. And then that's when it causes an instant transformation. Well, it's an instant awakening, but a transformation process then starts to happen. It instantly starts to awaken somebody here. Give me a card for this. And literally, something's not over. And I don't know if that's with you or not, because why is Death card reversed? What's not over? This is the Sun, Divine Masculine, but we have the Sun and we have the Sun. They awaken to what's happening here, but there's something that's not completely finished yet On the bottom of the deck, Ten of Swords reverse and Aquarius reverse. And, okay, the Ace of Pentacles upright. So literally what might not be finished is their business with you. Because Ten of Swords now is in reverse. They've gone through the betrayal. So this is somebody who wants to come in and offer you probably a relationship, because you're in the reverse. They don't have you. Aquarius is here in the reverse with the Ten of Swords in the reverse. It's like saying, well, Aquarius never betrayed me. It's also saying, can I have a second chance with Aquarius? But this is a person, and this landed over here by the karmic and the Hierophant, but this could also be somebody who wants to marry you, be in a relationship with you. And it could be your divine masculine with that sun there. But it's about happiness. They see happiness with you, but they learned that this was happiness. They were conditioned, I should say, they were conditioned that this was happiness, but they learned that you're the happiness. They learned that you're the healthy one. What's the ending looking like here? What's the ending looking like here? New beginning. Ho ho, and what a new beginning. What a new beginning. This landed on the Hierophant card. So this is a very joyous Three of Cups. Maybe you'll even have blended families together. I don't know, because this is everyone's happy. Maybe together there's 3 kids, but I don't know. I don't need to mention all that. But this is a happy Three of Cups. This is not like a third party Three of Cups. Landing on the Hierophant. The Fool. New beginning. This is matching that energy pretty fastly here. Even the same colors as the cheetah. To be with their person. This is love right here. And they haven't spoken to this person in a while, I would imagine, because the Princess of Disc is in the reverse. Yep, and King of Swords. You haven't talked to this person, Aquarius. And they're furious when they, not with you. I feel like they're going to be furious because they weren't man enough or woman enough, whoever is embodying the yang energy, and they weren't because of conditioning of their childhood. Yeah, I feel like they're furious with themselves here. Literally, I feel like they're furious with themselves. I feel like they're mad because I feel like they're very smart. I'm getting two messages. This is a person who's very smart. So number one, they're upset that it took this to awaken. Like, this is a person who generally probably makes very good decisions, probably very level-headed and whatnot. But this situation duped them because, like I said, this person didn't know they were being damaged when it happened. This was a little boy or little girl at one time. They didn't know they were being damaged. They had everything they needed. What they realize now is what they really needed were skills that they didn't receive. Some of them are mad at a mom. Because maybe they were taught to go for certain things by a mom. Like, I don't know. Just, that's a side note. Because we have money here. Like with the Nine of Pentacles, I think somebody was more pushing, like, you know, and this again, like, this mother would have been somebody who probably worked a lot and wasn't, you know, because there's a progression here where we had a Queen of Pentacles reversed. Somebody was always working. Now we have the Queen of Cups upright, who's like an older mom now. And this person's like really upset because they just didn't have the skills, or this person's really upset that maybe their mother was too weak to have boundaries up to let the right type of men in her life to be a role model for this person, or maybe this person even went through abuse from step parents. I mean, this just goes, you can make it up here. I'm getting too many stories. It gets linked back to the childhood, is all I can say. And someone's furious about that because they're a very smart person. And they're furious that they ended up with some sort of cheating karmic or abusive a karmic when they should have been building with Aquarius. And I feel like the thing is they had some sort of feeling about Aquarius. I feel like they knew Aquarius had love for them. But the whole point is, this whole shit show from their childhood all the way up until now is what made them make these decisions. So it's trauma here. I'm going to close out, and I don't mean to curse, but it's like I'm picking up on this person's energy. They're not very happy about it. So let's close out with the love oracle. For those of you that's in love, for some this might be literally your child coming back, because they picked like a grandmother or a family member or a person. But this is love. For the 90-something%, this is love. This is a person who realizes you love them. It says, life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow and you'll be surprised where it leads. So that's like everybody's advice here. Go with the flow and be surprised where it leads to. And angel messages. And let's get a starseed. So for angel messages, we have, you are flying high right now, which may threaten others, but don't descend, because others will soon become inspired by your example. I feel that this is this person who's coming towards you. I think if you, Aquarius, are loving yourself, you've been an example for this person to love themselves. And I just heard, and they're going to join you. You're going to fly high together here. And it says, you're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness and face your true north. And that's true. Aquarius is not for everybody. Aquarius is naturally a little bit quirky and weird and out there. You know, embrace that. Embrace that, because that is your very special gift. And that is what people will miss when you're not on this earth anymore. They're not going to miss the person who's like everyone else. They're going to miss that person that just stood out and they're a little bit weird, but we just love them the way they are, right? So be the person that you are, Aquarius, and go with the flow, and everything's going to work out. So I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I love you guys. Namaste.